Thank you, Yola, for the nice introduction. Thank you, Jenny Yang, for having me. And Asian Pacific Alumni UCLA for asking me to embarrass myself on stage. Woo! And shout out to all my Bruins! What's up? So I'm 25 years now, 25 years old now. And throughout the course of my life, I've kind of come to this conclusion, or realization really, about I kind of wish that someone had just given me like a heads up on certain things in life. Really just a heads up on how to cope with life. I grew up with a single parent father, immigrant, doesn't really speak English unless he's ordering food at McDonald's and then he knows English. No other. And so he's like the typical Chinese stoic man, right? Except he loves gambling. Like, he loves gambling. He fucking loves it so much that sometimes he forgets that I exist. And so, you know, I just kind of realized a couple of things. Like, as I was growing up, you know those emergency contact forms that you fill out? You're supposed to provide information of the person you believe feels a sense of responsibility for you, right? And so, after high school, I kind of realized, well, shit, I'm going to college, and I have a form that I need to fill out, and my dad is not the right person, because there's two reasons, really. One, my dad doesn't pick up the fucking phone. Like, he just does not pick up the fucking phone, especially on payday. On payday, you don't exist, I don't exist, debt collectors don't exist, nobody fucking exists. I'll tell you that right now. And two, even if he did pick up the phone, he doesn't fucking understand English, right? It could be like, Bonnie's fucking dying in the hospital right now, and he'd be like, I'm sorry, I don't understand, bye. And so this just kind of sums up why I have issues, especially issues with just a ton of different things. So anyway, I went to the doctor the other day. I've been having this cough, that's why I have water right here. I've been having a cough for over a month. And I booked my appointment. I drove out there, I walked in, you know, the nurse calls my name, I sit down, and she's starting to take my blood pressure, right? She's asking me normal questions like, when was your last period? What do you think about this crappy One Direction song? And then she asked me, Bonnie, are you sexually active? And without even fucking thinking, I said, not as much as I want to be. Like, Bonnie, she's not asking you about the history of your sexual activity. She's not trying to determine whether or not you made good decisions in life. She's asking you a yes or no question. Get your shit together for this one time and answer this one question. And then I realized, you know, she's really just trying to determine whether or not I need to get tested for chlamydia. Right? And I don't know why I thought she was like my therapist. Then I started thinking even further, and I was like, well, where would I be able to actually learn about good relationships and safe sex? Because let me tell you, my dad and I, like, our relationship is basically his gambling addiction doesn't exist and my sex life does not exist. We don't talk about shit, basically. And, you know, I grew up watching Chinese movies and TVB shows, and I started realizing you don't learn about sex or good relationships and these things. Like, you just don't, it's like fucking awkward to say I love you. Like, you just don't hear that shit. Even in Cantonese or Mandarin or whatever the fuck you speak, like, it's just so fucking awkward. Like, it just, oh, I like, what? Okay. And so that's why I have issues with intimacy. And this one trip to the nurse just kind of just, you know, just stressed me out. And speaking of stress, I used to work in downtown LA, and my friends and I made a choice or an arrangement to go get some fried chicken at Tokyo Fried Chicken in Monterey Park. Shout out Monterey Park. And, you know, after the 8-hour workday, I got in my car, I took the 1-hour journey down the freeway, and I get there, right? I braved traffic and I got there. And I'm going in the parking lot, and I see a parking spot, and it's like right in front of Tokyo Fried Chicken. I'm like, yes, I'm feeling like Ice Cube right now. I'm like going down, driving up, feeling like I just got a triple-double. And then I get there, and an asshole standing right in the middle of the parking spot. And I'm polite, I ask him, hey, what are you doing? Why are you there? And he's like, and then he responds to me in Chinese, thank you for pulling the Chinese card because I don't speak Chinese, but really I can understand you to the point. And it's like, you are the perfect reason as to why people stereotype Chinese people. Thank you. And so I tell him, well, I actually start yelling at him. And I'm getting frustrated because I'm getting heated, right? Like, I'm starting to speak Chinglish because I can't communicate in one language anymore. I'm telling him, fuck you, move, please, right? Because the first time when I said, 你不可以这样做, Bronchi really says, like, you can't do this, move. Like, I sound like a 10 fucking year old, like 10 years old, right? And so, I'm there, and he's like, no, you can go park in the back. I'm like, no, fuck your friend, okay? Fuck you. This is my spot. I got here first. And then his friend pulls up, and she's parked, and she tries to, she has the audacity to pull in, even though she sees me yelling at her friend. Right? So she pulls in her, big-ass Audi SUV. Right? And I'm sitting there, and I'm still yelling in Chinglish, because I'm getting flashbacks of, me fighting with my dad about why my financial aid can't cover his cigarettes. And so she parks inside, and then she realizes, oh shit, I can't open my car door. That's right, bitch, because he parked in a compact spot. And so she starts to pull out to try to reposition her car. And she, halfway through, she must have realized, this bitch might be fucking crazy. Hell yeah, I just sat here with my car running for 20 fucking minutes, yelling at you. I do have problems, but you know what? I'm about to solve 2 of them. I got a parking spot, and that night, I had the best fucking beer and fried chicken ever. Woo!